Yeah, y'all ready to play some football? Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Stiff here with another MUT review, MUT player review, and this week we are going to be going over the Football Outsiders 92 Julio Jones. And I know this card came out like week 2 or whatever, it came out a while ago, but it is still top 5 wide receivers that in MUT right now that is affordable at like 280 coins. That's what I picked him up at. You can probably get him maybe 250, maybe 300. But he's the most, reliable, affordable receiver. Let's just go over some stats real quick with him real quick. 6'3", 95 speed, 80 awareness, 95 catching, 87 elusiveness, 95 special catch, 96 release, 87 route running, and 93 catch in traffic. This card is, like I said, top 5 right now that's affordable. You got your Kelvin Benjamins, your Calvin Johnsons, your 93 Jordy Nelsons, Chris Carters, all those Starling Sharp, all those cards, but they're too expensive, over the verge of 400, 500, 600, even like 900k, that just to the normal MUT person they wouldn't have. So let's go over the first attribute, which is catching, how I do my scoring. So we're going to open up this drive with a face catch with Julio Jones, and we get that catch in traffic. That 93 catch in traffic is so clutch with this Julio Jones. While the catch in traffic could be higher, his 93 is just perfect enough, so he will hold on to the ball in most cases. It's not the most. There are some wide receivers with more than 93, but with his tier of class, 93 is well above the average, and he'll hold on where most cards just won't hold on. They'll go up and make the play, like I've noticed with the 83 or 85, Sanu or Mike Evans, but they won't hold on to the ball like Julio Jones will. Also, that jumping is a very unique factor that you gotta partake in while I did this review. He's got 95 jump, or 94 jump I believe it is, and while I've been playing him with the whole week, because I'm just basing this review on all week, all week that I've had this card, not just this specific game, he's got 94 jump, so he'll out jump a lot of cornerbacks, so you can just lob it up and pray for the best if you don't know how to face catch, or if you're in a really critical situation, you just want to lob it up to him. He will come down with it most of the time because of that catch in traffic and also the catching in general. Now let's go over his speed and release. Now, a couple of things I noticed with this card is that it won't outbeat anybody, because he does have 95 speed, which is perfect, which is pretty good. It's not faster than most cornerbacks. Some quarterbacks, if you have like a Pat Pete or a Woodson, or you're going up against a Sherman, they will keep up with this Julio Jones. But what I've noticed is that with his size and speed, with his size and his catching, you just can't beat anyone. No one has 95 speed with the 6'3", with the 94 jumping, with the 93 catch in traffic, with the 95 catching. That you have your Deshaun Jacksons, but they're like 5'10" with 98 speed. Devin Hester's got like 98 speed as well, but they're catching traffic and their height is just not up to par with Julio Jones. So because he doesn't have enough speed, that's not 98, he won't blaze past really the top defenders. He can get behind some cornerbacks and cover twos, like I just showed you in the touchdown that he scored, and he also has that catch in traffic rating that we just previously went over that really solidifies him as really a top prospect wide receiver. I also want to make clear that you can't just, throw up face catches, he'll catch it every single time. That won't happen. Like what just happened in the previous play is, it got intercepted. That's what's going to happen sometimes. It's going to get intercepted. He won't, come down with it all the time. You won't get the same animation every single time, but more likely than not, if you know really what you're doing, get some good stick, you can actually get inside position. He will make an animation, and 9 times out of 10, well, maybe like 8 times out of 10, he'll come down with it because of that catch in traffic. Alright, so now let's go over the final attribute that I'm going to be going over, is route running and his size. Now, I know I stated this before, that 6'3" size is just so clutch. There's only a couple other wide receivers that are taller than him. As you saw right there, double coverage, gets inside position on both receivers and makes the catch. And that's just what Julio Jones has been doing this whole week for me. Now, route running wise, 85, I think, route running, 87 route running, I said. It's not the best. Route running only is factored in when it's man coverage. That's what EA Sports said. That's when route running actually matters, is the separation between man coverage. So if you have an opponent running a lot of zone, you really don't have to worry about his 87 route running, but just know that there are other receivers that have better route running. All right, so the final verdict that we have for the 92 Football Outsiders, Julio Jones, we got this pro speed kills. He's got blazing speed with that 95 speed plus his framework. He's 6'3". He's single-handedly taller than most cornerbacks, except for Sherman. Sherman is 6'3", so he's single-handedly taller than most cornerbacks. Great catching with that 95 catching, 93 catching. Traffic is just perfect. He's also got that 96 release that helps. Now for the cons. Not the best route runner. With 87 route running, you can find other wide receivers with better. But if your opponent's running a lot of zone, you really don't have to worry about route running at all. He could be better at run blocking. He's in like the low 50s in run blocking. So if you're a person that likes to run to the outside, he won't really hold his blocks as much. And he's got 80 awareness, kind of low for the average receiver that's a 92. But overall, he'll get the job done. So after having a week long playing with the guy, I am going to give him a 9.3. Yes, that is right. Easily one of the top 5 wide receivers. What I did mention but didn't really factor in is affordability. That's going to be a key factor when I do more of these MUT previews or these MUT player reviews. So that is what I'm going to give him. If you guys like the new layout format I did for this, make sure you let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, adio.